So,
Easy.
how are you today?
I am super good. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing good as well. I mean, it's what Christmas is right next to the corner. Then New Year, crazy, right? Like 2 weeks. I mean, week and a half left of
Yeah,
2020.
a week away. Yeah, actually coming up in a couple days.
There we go. And what's new since the last interview? I think it was like 2 months ago?
I guess, yeah, that was 2 months ago. We last chatted. Well, still making things work. I'm home for the holidays now, which is super great. As you can see, I'm in my old room in my mom's wood cabin up in Oregon. So you live in the wood cottage dream in the middle of winter with snow outside. So it's pretty dang picturesque.
Totally. And starting with the whole Christmas special, tell me, what do you like
Christmas
most
special
about Christmas?
Oh man, the best thing about Christmas, in my opinion, is family. I know it's fortunately Christmas for a lot of people can be a little sad because it's a very lonely time if you don't have people to be with. But I'm very blessed in that I have an amazing family that I get to come home to visit. And in the entertainment industry, December always slows down quite a bit, and so it's kind of nice. So I was able to take 2 weeks off and just come home early and spend time with my family. So getting to see my family, my brothers, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, my parents, it's really cool. And I think that's the best thing about Christmas.
So basically the whole gang is there.
Yeah, it's an excuse to get everybody together, no matter how busy, no matter how many kids you have at this point, you always try to make an effort to come and visit.
I love it. Yeah, it is true. It is so cool. It is so cool. And fun fact, yeah, I thought at first that December might be at least that it was going to be kind of slow for me. The fact that, commercials for promoting stuff and everything. But when I started to realize, it was like, no, this has been like my busiest month since I started,
Nice.
which is cool. But yeah, I was like, okay, something's wrong because it's like a lot of interviews are going on and a lot of episodes and a lot of videos I need to upload. So it's crazy, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, most of us have a little bit of free time, so I'm glad we're keeping you busy through this time.
Of course, love it. Now, what are some of the nice things that you can remember back when you were kids celebrating Christmas?
So some of the traditions in my family, we're a German family, which means that I think a lot of other people in the world do as well, but we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And so we open the presents, we do all that stuff. That's the big day for us, is Christmas Eve. And so our tradition was always, when we were younger kids, Christmas Eve was the day that we got to stay up as long as we wanted. Nobody could tell us to go to bed. So we would get all of our cool presents that night, and then we would just stay awake till 2 a.m, playing with all of our toys and just having a blast. And then, of course, passing out on the living room floor, having eaten too many Pringles and vomiting in the sink.
Love it.
But yeah, we always ate fondue. We always had these really weird Christmas traditions. We would go to church for Christmas Eve service, and but it's always so nice because those memories are always attached to those traditions. So we try to redo them and change them. Or now they're changing them as we're bringing new people into the family, but they're still there, and I can always look back. So some of my favorites are just getting to stay up, hang out with all my brothers and sisters, and playing on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's amazing. I do remember back when I was in Germany, and I had German Christmas, and I remember that we went to church. At that point, I didn't know anything about German, so we went to church, and I was just like watching. I was the guy who didn't know anything, and they were like talking about it. I was like, And I remember that evening we had like a small, it was kind of a chilling, gift, but not like I used to hear that it's, that it's basically like a feast. So that night I remember that it got me that I was feeling like a little bit sad because, missing my family and everything. And then I remember that at 12, everybody was asleep, and I was like, what is wrong here? And then the next day was this huge feast and the whole family, and it was amazing. And I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Now, okay. But it was really cool, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Germans, it's funny. I tell people, if you ever want to visit Germany, either go in the summer when it's beautiful and it's nice and green outside, or go in December, because the entire month of December is Christmas month, and everybody loves it. And Weihnachten and the Christmas marts and everything are just full blast out there. So.
Yeah, I became addicted of this thing called Glühwein.
Oh, Glühwein, yes, so good. Warm
Love
wine.
It.
You
Love
drip
it.
Drip the sugar and melt that into there, and you drink all that. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah. I didn't know that it was that. But so what I'm trying to say here, I got drunk the first time I
of course.
It was impossible not to drink, and then when I was like, okay, I think I'm going home, And then
Welcome
I
to
tried to
Germany.
stand up. I was like, yeah, no, this is not gonna cut it. No,
Of course, yes, it's
I love
good. It's good stuff.
love it. And like, can you share like a memorable gift opening moment from your childhood? You know, this gift that you wanted so bad, and you ended up having it.
You know, that's the thing. My family, like, I look back on all my memories of Christmas, and the gifts were never really the part that we remember the most, you know? Like, I remember asking for gifts, and it was really cool to get some of these things, but honestly, I think the more, especially in my family, the older we get, we still do gifts. We've really toned it down, but every year we're like, should we even do gifts? We really just love the idea of hanging out with each other. But if I were to choose one gift off the top of my head, I think one year, I think it was 16 or 17 years old, my mom got me waterproof headphones and an iPod, like a small iPod Nano, that you can clip to your swim goggles and you can swim with them. And do lap swimming stuff while listening to music, and they were so nice. And I just remember that gift was probably the most useful gift that I ever had. So I always remember when I put it on or used it, I was like, man, this was a great Christmas gift. I'm literally using it nonstop. So that was probably one of my favorite Christmas gifts that I had when I was younger.
That is, you know, I never knew that it actually had headphones for swimming.
Dude, if you lap swim, it changes it completely. Because instead of just looking at the bottom of the pool for, 30 minutes, 45, 1 hour, whatever you're swimming, you have music, and it makes swimming so much more fun.
Dude, okay.
You can look them up. They got them on Amazon and stuff. They got waterproof headphones. You just clip to your goggles and listen to music underwater, and it's so much fun.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna try that. You can count on that. I'm definitely gonna try that because I always thought like how would it be? Like when you're swimming and listening to music at the same time, but yeah.
Oof. It's all rhythm too. You have a beat that you can follow, and your whole body like strokes to it, left, right, left.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Best workout ever.
Sounds like a gift that I will get for myself. Yeah.
I'm not being paid to advertise this.
Yeah. I love it. And tell me, like, what is a Christmas song that usually makes you cringe? Because I think we all have them.
I love Christmas songs. Have you ever seen the TV show Community?
No.
Okay. There's a Christmas special episode that they do where the Glee Club tries to get the community study group to join the Glee Club.
Okay.
And then they slowly trick everybody into joining the Glee Club. And then one of the songs is so cringy where one of the girls sings to one of the main guys in it. I forget the name, but every time I watch it and I rewatch the show, it's really cringy because it makes fun of Glee Club. It makes fun of Christmas songs, and it makes fun of like the sexual Christmas songs, like Santa Baby and I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, like along those lines. Any of those ones, I'm always like, it's a little weird.
yeah, I can agree on that. Yeah, I can understand that totally. And what is one of your favorite desserts to eat on Christmas?
Oh, my mom's Christmas cookies, easy. My mom, she makes German Christmas cookies, so they're called like Sterne. And there's like these, and they're all like made with almond and wheat flour, and they're not like American cookies, which is like covered in sugar. There's like almost no sugar, and they're just so good, just enough sweetness to make them amazing. But if they're traditional German Christmas cookies, and I just had some actually an hour ago, so
there you go.
As soon as I have them, like Christmas time, it's here. It's not Christmas without them. So I thought that's easily my favorite by far.
I love it. And also, I think that during Christmas, I mean, you can't be on diet when it's Christmas time. You know what I mean? You can't.
Oh gosh, no.
No.
That's why I'm trying to go to the gym every day I'm home, so that I work out but still eat as much as I want and not feel too guilty about it.
There you go. I love it. That's fair enough. And if you have to be in a Christmas movie, which one would you choose? But like in the universe from the movie.
Oh, my gosh, I love Christmas movies so much. There's a toss-up in my brain of which one it would be, but I would have to say Love Actually. Have you seen Love Actually?
Love Actually, I think maybe in Spanish.
It's an ensemble piece from like the early late 2000s, or early 2000s, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's got Alan Rickman. It's got Hugh Grant. It's got not Jodie Foster. amazing actors in it, and it's all just like you follow one story, and these people kind of know each other, but it's all about relationships during Christmas. And the different, and it's such a good movie, such a great ensemble piece. So if I could be in a movie, a Christmas movie, it would be that one, just because the stories are so good, they're so fun and cringy and weird, but it just shows that, you know, all of life, the whole point of it is relationships and the people you live life with. And Christmas is always such a romantic time, not just for like romance, but like, you know, the time where you really think about your family, your friends, your old friends, your new friends, your loved ones, your, you know, all the stuff that is involved with that.
Totally.
So that's one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. So if I could be in that one, just to be in one of the stories that gets told in that movie, that would be the best.
Okay. And what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Besides that one, I have a list that I watch every year. Have you ever seen the movie Jouer Noël? It's a French film, and I think they collaborated with the German and British filmmaking studios. But it's a true story, or based on true story, about in World War I on Christmas Eve of one of the years, where the British and the French are fighting against the Germans. And a true story of when on Christmas Eve, all the sides put down their weapons and celebrated Christmas Eve together.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they had
and
they had a ceasefire, and they made a movie about it. And it's very good quality. It's a really just emotional war film, and it shows the story of what happened on Christmas Eve during that time. And it's a beautiful movie that it's a perfect balance of the German language, the French language, and the British. And just great acting across the board, great cinematography, and it's such a heartwarming Christmas tale that I think everybody should watch and kind of remember that, you know, again, wars, no matter what side you're on, what war you're fighting, you can still remember that it's about each other and the relationships and what's important in life.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Wow. And if you could design your own ugly Christmas sweater, what would it look like?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, you know, I would try to just make it look like a normal Christmas sweater with like Christmas looking stuff on it. But if you take a super close look at it, every little like snowflake is actually a reference to a famous movie or like a Christmas movie. So like you would have a snowflake that would have like the Die Hard guy crawling through like the vent. Or you would have like a Star Wars thing over here, like hidden across this entire sweater are like 200 film references. I think that would be a pretty cool sweater. Because people look at it like, oh, it's an ugly Christmas sweater. But then when you look really closely, there's so many things hidden in it. Those are always, I think, my favorite sweaters that have hidden stuff in it. Okay. You have to pay attention.
And how could you describe a Christmas with all of the characters you have played at the moment gathering together?
That would be very funny. You know, I bet the scenario would be all these dudes would be on a plane that is trying to fly out on Christmas Eve, but then the plane gets delayed because of a huge snowstorm. But now they're stuck on this plane together, and they're stuck on the plane for hours, and they just have to like get up off their seats and walk around and see who else is there and socialize and try to like stay optimistic. Some of them do a horrible job. Some of them are terrible. Some of them try to keep it together and be nice. But, you know, I feel like that would be a cool set for a Christmas movie with all my weird-ass characters that I've played over the years.
Okay,
including serial killers, plastic surgeons, soldiers, douchey boyfriends. You know, I need to work on my ensemble.
And if you could describe your career on a Christmas movie, which one would you pick?
I don't know. That's just what the Christmas movie have. How about Elf? That's a great one.
Okay.
A guy who's completely out of his element, is super happy all the time and optimistic, and then gets thrown into the big world and is just trying to do his best to survive, but still tries to keep true to who he is, tries to be happy and optimistic through it all.
Fair enough.
That's what I would say. I like that answer. Good job, me.
Yeah. And if you had to pick 3 words to describe this past year, which ones would you use?
Oof. Growth, hope, and community.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
The TV show, but also not the TV show. you want to say why, or do you just want to hear those 3 words?
Why? Yeah, let's go.
always the why, right? This last year, especially the year after the quarantine, I found that the thing that most people are most scared of this year, or the worst thing about the world right now is most people are scared.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared of the future, about the unknown, about hidden viruses that can make you really sick, and can do worse. And so everybody's really scared right now. And I think the best way to combat fear is hope. And so I've seen a lot of people who don't give into fear, and by giving into fear, you then become angry, you argue with other people, you fight, there's discord. But if you have hope about the future, about what is good, what is important, and you look forward to the next day and realize it's not the end of the world, but we're going to keep going, I think hope is the best way to combat fear. And this year I've seen a lot of that, and I want that to be the center point of it. Growth for me, I have grown so much this year, spiritually, emotionally, maturity-wise. I turned 30 this year, so that was a big, landmark moment. And I've been able to look at my past 30 years and look at the next 30 years. And I'm like, oh yeah, these are all the things I want to grow in, and all the things I want to, look forward to, but I think that I can be better at. Because I'm 30, I'm still very young, and I still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And so growth, and then community, also living in Los Angeles. And I think I might have mentioned this in our last interview, but I think the most important thing in order for you to ever survive and not feel alone is to find a community. And by community, I mean a group of people and friends that you can rely on, that love you for you and not what they can get out of you, and not for what they can get out of it. But, that you have people that you can always trust and rely on to walk through life with. And if you have that, you can survive so much, almost anything. So I would say this year I've really found an amazing community in LA. I've already had one, but it really solidified, and I'm really looking forward into going into next year with this good community.
There you go.
That's what I would say for those 3 words.
That is really cool, man. That is really cool. And like my last question here is, what are some of the things that you expect for next year? But also, what are some of the things that we can expect from you next year?
All right. I mentioned in our last interview, I'm currently producing a TV show. We are currently working on creating a just the sizzle reel and the pitch thing for it, so we can send it to studios with our script, so we can get some funding for it and get the pilot episode at least shot. I really think we're going to make a lot of headway with that next year. I'm hoping my motion capture performance career, goes a lot further. I took one of the last classes in the curriculum that I've been doing in the school, and so I'm hoping next year I'll have my first motion capture gig, like professional.
Cool.
That would be cool. I'm going to be talking to my agent next week. We're going to come up with a strategy for next year of what I can work on, what we can kind of focus in on. So hopefully, I got my first principal role on a TV show this year. So next year, let's get another one. Maybe let's get a couple more of those. So I am very excited about 2021, just for myself personally, and my community, for my career, and just for the world in general. I think I have a lot of hope, and I'm really looking forward to 2022.
I love it, man. I love it. I mean, I will have to say drop the mic. So I got a mic here, so I'm just going to drop it, drop the mic.
Not too expensive.
Yeah, that's why I was like grabbing it here and not letting you know, like, I drop it.
But don't drop the expensive thing.
But that's really cool, man. I mean, I can't wait. And I said it before, I mean, I'm super sure that eventually we're going to basically see you everywhere. And also, I'm super sure that at some point you're going to get your own action figure. Hear me out. That's going to happen, man.
That's funny. I'll take it. That would be hilarious.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah. That would be funny.
But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, it is really cool what you do. I can't wait also to see all of your awesome work in the future, and keep killing it. As I said before, it's so cool your career here. The fact that you're accomplishing so many things here and there, it is really cool. I mean, it speaks that you are feeling, you are following your dreams, but also there's a lot of hard work that you're making happen, and that's epic. You need a
thanks, Dan. Same to you, man. You are kicking butt. I love these interviews. I love seeing all these amazingly talented people that you get to talk to and get to see who they are. And so you're doing an awesome job, and I think a lot of people are really having a blast and learning a lot through it. So thank you so much. Yeah, and I really appreciate you. And I hope you have some awesome holidays and a good New Year, my man.
Yeah, you too, man. I mean, I want to thank also those who are watching this right now, or if you're watching this later on here on Instagram, or later on YouTube, or on Spotify, or listening on Spotify or on Apple Music. Make sure that you follow me, Jonas, and all of the social media. Normally, what I would say, super simple. So you're gonna put pause, then you're gonna leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps me a lot. And then since it's holidays, who cares about being healthy? Go eat a cookie or 2 or 3, 5. Eat the whole box. Why not? And then blame it on your dog or cat, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And then get back. And again, man, thank you so much. Also, I wish you an incredible Christmas, an epic end of the year, and an epic start of the year. And before I send you off, you know the drill. I'll send you off.
Oh, of course. Merry Christmas, thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year, Dad. Take it easy.
Keep giving, and I'll see you in the next one.
See you next one.
All right. Have a good one.